Clap test, clap test. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy StudioPlug, and in this video I'll be showing you guys how to make a trap beat from scratch. So if you guys are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, as I drop a lot of insightful content for producers or anybody that's into music in general. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, as I drop a lot of stories right there, so you guys can keep up to date on everything that I'll be doing in my videos. But anyway, let's go and get started with this video. Alright, so let's get started. So in order to make the trap style, you're gonna want to start with a harmonic scale. So let's get a piano out. Now that we have our piano out, we go to Keyscape library and take out a piano if you have Omnisphere or Keyscape. If you don't, you guys can choose whatever VST of your liking. Now let's get into the harmonic scale by going to the helpers on FL Studio, scale highlighting, and go to minor harmonic, and you can use the C or F minor, D minor, doesn't matter what minor you're in, it's all gonna come out with a dark type of vibe. So for this one I will be using a F minor. I'll bring the volume down. And let's start putting in some notes. So I'm just gonna skip every other highlighted note. Push Alt L to lengthen your notes. And now that we have the notes pretty much done, the next thing we can do is ARP some of the notes. So what I like to do is highlight the main chords, push Alt L to get them all into pattern, shift click Alt A to make them into the ARP into an ARP sequence pretty much. And I'm gonna push Control X. And I'm gonna clone this VST and I'm gonna paste it onto the next pattern. That way they're not in there and I can take them out whenever I feel like when we actually split the tracks. And one of the sounds I like to use when making dark type of melodies in Omnisphere is going into the Allspectric Sonics. And we go to the bells and vibes. And I'm pretty sure you guys already know. It's the In Memoriam. This sound is an easy sound to remember, but since a lot of producers already know the sound, they don't like to use it just because they feel like it's played out, but it's really not. The main instrument that is played out is the main instrument that is the piano. But again, it's all optional. I like to use it. So same for the second one. We're going to go to All Spectrasonics, Bells and Vibes, and go to In Memoriam. And just silence out the B. So now this next part is just going to be adding in any of the samples. So I'm going to go to my drum kits and I'm going to go into my LaFlame producer kit. The producer kits on my website contain a full drum kit, as you guys can see here. Full drum kit. Besides having a full drum kit, it contains a full MIDI kit with 20 MIDIs that are like chords and melodies. And then the rest of the 20 MIDIs are just open hat MIDIs, hi-hat MIDIs, 808 MIDIs, and so on, as well as mixer presets and a template. But anyways, back to the video. I'm just gonna go ahead and drag and drop an 808. And within the 808, I'm gonna bring the attack and the release down, bring the hold up, and bring down everything else. And in order to find out the main root note that your 808 is in, just all you have to do is go to the wave section here, go to just right click it, edit in audio editor. It's going to bring up Edison. Go to right click on the wave again, go to regions, detect pitch regions, and it's going to show you here that it is on C, so it's already on its note that it should be. If it doesn't show it, you guys can move down along here and just click and you can see the root note here. But anyways, let's go ahead and start laying down the bass for this, which would be, again, with the root note. Now that we have the root notes, I'm just going to bring it up one octave by pushing Control up. Sometimes it's not on the root note. The bass would probably be on a different note, and this probably sounds like the case right here. And I'm actually going to bring the root note down back to F5. now let's go ahead and bring out a snare. Highlight the bar and push Control B to clone. Bring the tempo back up to 135. Let's go ahead and clone or duplicate the open hats. And now I'm just gonna bring in a perk. We didn't really need to do much. I just brought the G, and as you guys can see, I pretty much reversed the main perk sound just to give it that extra vibe. So now this is the part where we're just gonna layer it with a pad and bring in that dark synth that I usually use. So I'm gonna go to sharing. I'm gonna go to my Alice Omnibank. The Alice Omnibank just contains a lot of the nice pads that I like to use. And let's go ahead and just drop it in. And now I'm just gonna drag in my dark synth. And you can find my dark synth in my 808 and my StudioPlug official mixing and mastering kit. So I'm just gonna rename this to dark synth. And I'm gonna copy the chords, paste it here, and I'm just gonna delete all the top notes. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna copy the 808 pattern and paste it here. Or we can just go ahead and do the same thing that we did. So I'm just gonna go ahead and copy the chords and paste it onto the dark synth. So now I'm just gonna rename the Omnisphere first pattern to the bells, since that's what it is. The next one, I'll just name it pluck, since it's giving more of that pluck type of vibe with being, being an ARP. The next sound, I'm just gonna name it pad, since it's pretty much the pad for it. The dark synth, I'm gonna leave it the same name. I'm gonna highlight all the sounds. I'm gonna go to color selected, gradient, and I'm going to change the color to a red to a purple, just to give it that dark vibe. And I'm gonna go, while they're highlighted, I'm gonna go to the first channel on my channel rack, and I'm gonna push Control-Shift-L just to drop them all in. Then I'm going to start leveling out and mixing them as I go. So for this reverse perk, I'm just gonna start it a little bit sooner. And since the kick and 808 clash, what I'm going to do is right click on the 808 volume. I'm going to copy the value. I'm going to go to the kick. I'm going to enter a peak controller. I'm going to paste the value onto the bass right here. Bring the volume down to about 47%. Bring the tension down to about 25%. And bring the decay up. And you can see the percentages up here. And right after I have that done, I'm going to go back to the 808. Right click on the volume knob, link to controller. On the internal controller, go to none to peak only and accept it. And then once we have all the patterns down, just drop the little down arrow, go to split by channel. And we have all our sounds on the sidebar here. Just drag them in and push Control B to duplicate all the sounds. And from here we can start laying out our whole playlist. So that is pretty much it on how to make a dark trap beat from scratch. So easy to make, just got to go with the harmonics. Just push out whatever you feel like pushing. If you don't want to use the in memoriam, that's all up to you. You don't have to use these specific sounds. This is all optional. This is just all for teaching purposes pretty much. So if you guys enjoyed the video and you guys want to purchase some of the sounds used, you guys can go ahead and do so at StudioPlug.net. I have the description down below. Also, don't forget to give a like, comment, subscribe, give me some feedback, and let me know what you guys like to see next. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.